Percocet, Miley Percocet.
Oh, hey everybody. What's going on? Aaron here again. Soul Politics, welcome back. So, I know originally I said I was going to try to do this every day, but that just wasn't possible. A little bit of good news, I actually picked up a little bit of editing work this week, so I'm not completely unemployed. However, I'm mostly unemployed. My main job that was supposed to start yesterday, Monday, March 30th, has been postponed by the network for at least 10 to 12 weeks. So I am now scrambling to find some replacement work. Top that off with our kids being ages 3 and 6 and trying to homeschool. And it's been a difficult little period of time. It's been an adjustment, and it's starting to get real. It's really setting in that this is a long-term thing, and it's not going away. So there's a lot to get into. So this is your March 31st, 2020 COVID-19 update. That is good wine. One of the best things about working from home is you can have wine whenever you really want. One of the things I wanted to catch you guys up on was I got that basketball hoop in the mail, and I am stoked about it. My phone's telling me that it's totally sunny right now.
Those boxes are gonna get ruined.
Well, then I don't need them. So, the forecast in Los Angeles has not been great lately. Maybe the people who work there are thinking too much about the coronavirus. And when they tell my phone that it's sunny, it's actually rainy. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to building my basketball hoop here in a second. Well, the rain did let up shortly after, and I was able to finish it up, and we are all really excited about it. It's given me and my wife something to do during these long, boring days at home, and I think it's going to be instrumental in us not all killing each other during these next few months.
Oh my god, this camera's so heavy.
All right, one more. Let me get one more.
Ooh, this is the heaviest camera ever. Look at you, NBA player. Yeah, right.
So I want to get back into the topic of money again. I want to stay on that topic like we did last time. There's been a lot of developments since I last spoke about this topic. Basically, there's been a lot of bills passed that will definitely help people in the short term. But I'm not sure if it's going to be enough in the long term to make much of a difference for the American public. We shall see. Tomorrow, when you're watching this, it'll probably be April 1st, which is the first month where everybody's rent is due or mortgages are due since the whole coronavirus thing happened. So we're going to see what kind of fallout there is. There's a lot of indications that companies, businesses that are renting property to have their brick and mortar store aren't going to have the money to pay for their rent, and so they're either firing employees or they're just shutting up shop, or they're applying for the small business loans, which is one of the programs that the Trump administration came up with to help people. Another one is they're going to be sending everyone $1,200 checks who makes under $100,000. My family, families that are married couples are eligible for twice that, $1,200 a person, and you get $500 extra per kid. I have 2 kids. I should be getting $3,400. I don't know when, but sometime soon. That'll be a welcome. That's nice. That's a nice chunk right there, right? And that's much appreciated. That doesn't solve all my problems. Doesn't solve the fact that I was going to make, I'm not trying to brag, but I was going to make about $4,000 a week working on the television show I was going to work on. Editors, we get paid very well because we don't work all year round. On a good year, I'll work 35 to 45 weeks a year out of a 52-week year. More around 35 to 40. So the way we're able to make a living in Los Angeles is that we get compensated well for our time, and so this is usually some of the best time to be working. And so every little bit of government help that I can get, I plan on taking advantage of within my legal rights, because this is, really hurting people, gig workers like myself, freelancers who don't have a full-time employer. And then there's an additional thing that I found out about. There was for anyone who's a gig worker or in the entertainment field, there apparently is a thing called the CARE Act, which was part of the third congressional package to help people because of this whole epidemic. It's called the CARE Act, and apparently if you can demonstrate that you were directly impacted or either lost your job or were furloughed, or you, like myself, I was supposed to start a job yesterday that was going to go for potentially 4 to 6 months, and I have, email verification of that. I'm sure when they would be happy to admit that that is the case, and so I shouldn't have any problem getting whatever proof I need, if any. But when I applied for unemployment, there was a little drop-down menu where it said what was the reason for your loss of employment, and they actually had several choices for COVID-19. So if you haven't already filed for unemployment, you should definitely be aware of that, because that can greatly increase your unemployment benefits up to, I guess in my case, I'm not sure if it's everyone, but it seems like I'm eligible for up to $600 extra a week on top of my normal unemployment benefits, which are about $450 a week. So that would bring me up to over $4,000 a month. And that's going a long way to, paying my bills. Not all the way. I'll admit, roughly my bills come out to, even when we're, living pretty sparse, come out to be about usually over $6,000 a month. I mean, I've gone through the budget a lot. The main thing that we can adjust is our food budget. And so that's where I think we can get that down a little bit, trying to eat more conservatively and, buying less big ticket items. But, if I don't work at all and I'm making $4,000 and I need at least $6,000, so I'm bleeding $2,000 a month. This goes on for 3 or 4 months. I can probably weather that. Now, if I was losing $5,000-6,000 a month, the whole kit and caboodle, well, then, then I'd be in some serious trouble and I'd be borrowing against my house, which is not what I want to do. So those are some of the things that have come up in regards to people's personal finances. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised at the federal government's response. I was not optimistic a week ago, but I think that they're doing a lot for a lot of people, and we'll see how the market rebounds. The stock market has been a little up and down, but it hasn't been doing the schizophrenic freakouts that it was a few weeks ago, where it went into complete free fall. So I think that's an indication that the overall psychology of people who pay close attention to the economy are feeling less jittery and feel like maybe we've reached the worst economic impacts. Now, like I said, I don't know how it's gonna be when everyone has to start paying their rent. And, what are the rules going to be for people who can't come up with their dough? Do they get kicked out of their house? Is it deferred or is it forgiven? We really don't know. It's still unfolding. And so there are, some positive signs that maybe this won't be the cataclysmic economic disaster that it potentially could be, and potentially still might be. We'll see. There's a lot of things that can't really be controlled by the government. They're sort of just the result of millions of different people's individual actions. So let's hope for the best, everybody.